It was June of 2024, and I just got the news that around a month from now, we would go on this huge vacation into Bulgaria that would last for like an entire week and a half with so many of our family friends that it would be just completely insane. And yeah, sure, I was really hyped for it. Like, finally, a proper vacation after like an entire year. But that vacation that we went on in summer of 2023 was the factor that made me kind of worried. You see, last year when we went with the same family friends on a vacation to a foreign land, it was to Italy and especially Tuscany if you're interested. And every single day when we were there for an entire week, we would go to sleep really fucking late. I'm talking like 11 p.m., midnight, probably even after midnight, like some of the days. And yeah. And at that time, it wasn't really that big of a deal for me. Well, because during that point, I still wasn't waking up at 5 a.m. I started doing that in September. And now I have a YouTube channel that I have to run. And plus, I wake up at 5 a.m. Oh boy. I don't know how my sleeping schedule is gonna survive this. And so, yeah, we slowly went on to the vacation. And literally on the first day, we stayed up late. Like I'm talking like midnight level. And so on that first day, I just thought to myself, oh God, please make me wake up at 5 a.m. I literally need to get these videos done. I really need to record them ASAP because I needed to record two videos on that day because I didn't record the day before and I had no chance of recording on that same day because we were traveling in a car for like 15 hours straight. So yeah, but nope. Instead, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and I wasn't pissed. I was actually kind of interested and I immediately accepted it like, okay, I guess that when we actually arrive in Bulgaria, I will get that work done. I can just take another rest day off because I had no other choice. Literally, like, not even an half an hour later, my mom knocked on my door saying that we need to go eat breakfast because right afterwards, after we finish our breakfast, we would be on our way to Bulgaria, which would be like another 10 hours probably. We didn't ride the entire way to Bulgaria itself. That would have taken like 20 hours at the minimum. We wanted to have like this halfway point where we would stop. And so we picked a nice town in Romania called Sibiu. I don't know if you know it, but it's really pretty. And I don't regret staying up late to see like all of the beautiful buildings. Like for example, the Bridge of Lies, this great tower. I don't remember the name of it, but I read about it in this book. And once we actually got to Bulgaria itself, I was able to catch up really quickly. I recorded 3 videos in a single day. I edited all of them, and it took like 3 hours to export. So yeah, for the first like 2 days of the vacation, yeah, sure, I went to the sea, I drank some virgin mojitos, and I had some fun with my family friends and my family members. But the first 2 days, hmm, they weren't really that fulfilling. But right after I caught up with my uploading schedule, and after I got back on track, I was enjoying that vacation to its fullest. And so you wonder, how was my sleeping schedule through all of this like? Well, I wasn't waking up at 5 a.m., but at 6 a.m., of course, because the average time that we went to sleep was like 12 p.m. Yeah, they really left to stay up late. Like every single night, we would go out to drink something because I wouldn't say that they were alcoholics, but yeah, they were kind of. We also went sightseeing, so we like took long walks next to the beach, of course, so that was pretty nice. And we also went to this like local attraction center where there were these like so many different fun activities that we could do. And they also had like this huge London Eye that was probably like half of the height of the actual London Eye, which is in London. But still, it was really fun being up in the air. And we did all of these different activities over the period of that entire week and a half. And every single day, we went to sleep after 10 p.m. I think that the earliest we went to sleep ever was like 22:30 p.m. Yeah. And what was really interesting was that whenever we would go to sleep after 12 p.m., that was when I would actually wake up tired, which was really strange. And when we would go to sleep before 12 p.m., so like we would come to our apartment at like 11 p.m. and I would fall asleep like 11:45 p.m., let's say, I wouldn't wake up tired. Hmm, that's really interesting. Keep in mind, during all of this time, even though my sleeping schedule was all over the place, like I was falling asleep at many different times during this period, which wasn't stable, of course, I was still waking up at the same time, which was 6 a.m. Well, approximately. It was like a couple of minutes apart. But don't get me wrong. Even though I wasn't able to continue my sleeping schedule during this beautiful vacation, I still enjoyed it to the fullest. I was swimming under the water, under the sea, so that really helped with my breathing system and like with all of my snot and stuff like that. It made me a lot healthier when I think about it because all of the salt from the sea, it really helped me breathe better. And I still can feel the effects until now. I also really bonded with my family friends with whom I actually wanted to create stronger relationships with them. Like, I'm not saying that we had bad relationships, of course, but they were really weak and I truly strengthened them this time around, which was really good. I also challenged myself to go on some of the attractions that were in there, like, for example, this giant rotating thing that will spin you in the sky. Yeah, I was like 60 meters in the air. And plus, I also went on the London Eye, which put you like 60 meters in the air, of course. So, yeah, it was a really awesome vacation. And when we were leaving, I wasn't regretting any of it because even though my sleeping schedule was all over the place, I still managed to create one video every single day and still kind of maintain my morning routine, but still I would fulfill it to its fullest. I still had time to work out, to meditate, to gratitude journal, to record the video. I still did all of these good habits because I still found time to do them. And so, what is the but in the title supposed to mean? Well, the only way when you deserve to miss your falling asleep time and wake up actually a little bit later from time to time on your self improvement journey is when you actually deserve it. Keep in mind, by this point, I've been waking up at 5 a.m. for the past like 10 months straight. I was uploading daily videos onto this YouTube channel for the past like 2 months, which wasn't easy to do. And plus, I also had many other side projects for the channel, like making the Discord, creating the clan in the first place, creating the email list, I was also reading a fuck ton of books, which I used for my YouTube channel to make my videos even better. And I was still reading on the vacation itself, even though I didn't have to. I was exercising every single day at 5 a.m. for the past 10 months, which I know won't sound like a huge accomplishment to the average self improvement guy, but for many people, for like 90% of the people watching this video, it is a true accomplishment of discipline and of willpower to resist quitting. So, of course, it's obvious I did deserve to went to sleep a little bit later to enjoy life to its fullest. And of course, I could have even slept in if I wanted to. I didn't have to wake up at 6 a.m., but at 7 a.m. even. I just didn't even have to be consistent on my routine. And yet, my discipline was so strong. And like my motivation to keep my schedule nice and clean, it just wouldn't let me to wake up a little bit later. Just the first second that I would be awake. And whenever I would see that there is 6 a.m. on my clock, I would immediately jump out of the bed and start doing my push ups. Like, I just wouldn't allow myself to be complacent and to procrastinate. I would just immediately get to work. And that is the beautiful thing about hard work. Once you accomplish it and experience the delayed gratification that comes from hard earned progress, you just won't stop and you will keep on going because you know that eventually it will lead to something amazing if you just have the patience for it, the discipline, the focus, the willpower, everything. And so, yeah, with all of this discipline being built up over the past 10 months, and with me being kind of burned out, of course, I deserved to have this vacation. Of course, I deserved to have a little bit of fun, right? And of course, whenever we would go out drinking that night, I would still stick to my morals. So, like, no drugs, even though we didn't take any. So, no alcohol, which I don't even like the taste of. No cigarettes, which none of us even do in the first place. Just basically, don't be a dickhead and don't be a complete idiot to your health. I'm not saying to completely doze off and start smoking marijuana on the spot after you stay consistent in the gym for the past like 6 months. That's not how it works. Well, I mean, marijuana is kind of healthy for you in like small doses, but I wouldn't risk it. It's still a drug that is really addictive. And if you haven't been doing the hard work every single day, then just ask yourself, what hard activities can I implement into my daily schedule that will make me literally become sore and will drain my energy, both physically and mentally? So, like, physically, it can be, it's obvious, just go and exercise, you can go to the gym, you can go jogging, for example, so level up your cardio, you can do deadlifts, just basically anything that will make you tired physically and mentally. Mentally, it can be like having a hard task, for example, for your business or going to school and being active over there. It can be like reading a book and challenging your beliefs and coming up with new ideas, just expanding your creativity. It can be truly anything. Just challenge yourself on a daily basis and be confident in the past that whenever you break yourself, you will reforge yourself and become stronger. That's exactly how muscles grow. It doesn't grow by itself. Just by sitting all day being a couch potato and eating potato chips won't get you anywhere, of course. We all know this. And so, what do you have to do in order for your muscles to grow? Well, you have to shatter them. And you need to literally work them out until they literally soar out of pain so fucking hard that you can hear them wheezing even. You need to do that. And then you actually get to sleep. And when they recover, they are stronger than ever before. And so you need to do this to yourself, not just in the physical realm, but in the mental realm also. You need to drain yourself constantly because, of course, as we already said, you need to deserve it. And when you deserve the sleep because you've challenged yourself, the sleep will feel so fucking amazing actually. It will be so much better. And plus, you won't have all of the energy to focus on your brain because it has so many new ideas that it wants to think about. No, you just focus on the fact that you want to fall asleep, and your mind won't have that much energy to focus on thinking about random thoughts like overthinking about that situation that happened to you 9 years ago, like someone called you a dumbass and you still don't know what for. But remember, these activities, they need to be productive and they need to bring you to some kind of end goal that you want in the wealth, health, and relationships desires of every single human being on this planet. It's that easy. Just make progress and you'll be worthy of going to sleep a little bit later from time to time. And so that's why it's okay to pass your sleeping schedule. But you need to deserve it, of course. And you deserve it through progress by challenging yourself every single day, both physically and mentally. And also, don't worry. What I found out, if you think back to the beginning of the story, is that there's this like 1.5 hour sleep rule. Basically, I go to sleep at like 9 p.m. And what I found out was that Before I actually knew these tips on how to fall asleep quickly, which I know now, it would take me like a whole hour at most to fall asleep. And what I would find out was that whenever I would actually fell asleep at like 10 p.m., I would still wake up at 5 a.m. And this is what is really interesting about your human body. And I don't know if it is for everyone, because of course, everyone is different on a molecular level when it comes to DNA and stuff like that. But for me, whenever I go to sleep at 9 p.m., I can literally fall asleep at like 22, 29 p.m. and I will still wake up at 5 a.m. So for every single human, I think, or maybe it is just for me, you can just miss your sleep schedule by 1.5 hours and you'll still wake up at the same time. So you don't have to be anxious about that, okay? And plus, your body also knows how much hours of sleep it actually needs. So that also may be the reason for why you keep on waking up at the same time. Even though if you go to sleep like an hour earlier or an hour later, of course, yeah. If you want to join a community where we discuss our mental health and full of like-minded men who share the same values as you, the same likes and dislikes, the same goals as you, who are becoming the best version of themselves through the mindsets that I teach you in something huge that is coming, but at the same time, they will be in a state of healthy competition with you and will give you knowledge whenever you need it and challenge you on a daily basis. Then you can join our Discord clan in the description. I know that if you're watching videos like these, and willing to take action, then I know that you have way more potential than you think you have. So please, stop being held back by your surroundings, because we like men like you, and we will literally propel you forward so that the crabs who are in your past life will stop grabbing you and trying to force you back. We will literally be that wind that will push you forward during this lonely path of self improvement. I know that you'll find your place in there because they are exactly the people with whom you want to be friends with. And they will bring you so much value into your life that you will literally never quit self improvement in the first place because of the sheer amount of motivation that they will give you. We like men like you, so please join us on the path to greatness. But besides that, you can like the video, you can subscribe if you like, join the email list in the description, and get yourself a free ebook about mindfulness. Comment on which part of the video you liked the most, and which part of the video you will implement into your daily life. Don't forget to join the clan, you're still invited, and become a part of the family. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you